So in terms of sequence of events, President Trump and distinguished guests on their arrival here at the airport will have a grand reception. They will then go to Sabarmati Ashram, and after their visit to Sabarmati Ashram, they will leave for Motera Stadium. But en route, they will certainly get a spectacular glimpse of the rich cultural heritage of India.
There has been much excitement here in Ahmedabad over the last few days as the city has been spruced up to welcome their special guest. And since early morning, people have gathered to welcome President Trump at the stadium and also along the route. We're just a few moments away from getting the first glimpse of the President of the United States of America. The red carpet being laid out for him. Literally and metaphorically, because this is going to be a very special event for India and also for the President himself, and he has expressed his excitement about being in India through his various tweets.
India and America have a strong people-to-people connect as well. A significant Indian diaspora does reside in the United States. There are a lot of American companies here in India. So there has always been a special bonding between the two countries. As we now see the guests alighting from the aeroplane, Ivanka Trump, senior advisor to the Trump administration and daughter of the US President Donald Trump.
So the high-powered delegation that is accompanying the president has certain things on the agenda, which include, of course, looking out for business opportunities, maybe even cultural exchange. What do you feel, Amit?
Well, one can observe and experience the growing synergy between India and America over the decades. And there are a lot of areas of mutual interest: security, trade, healthcare, communications, digital technology, education, entrepreneurship, energy sector cooperation. India, of course, playing a leading role forming the International Solar Alliance, as we now see the Honorable Governor and Chief Minister of Gujarat proceeding to receive the guests.
It's a perfect day to be in Ahmedabad today. The weather seems to be just right. It's not too hot and definitely not too cold, and a gentle breeze.
Well, the weather seems to be endorsing the India's tradition of Atithi Devo Bhava,
which translates to the guest is deified in our country, and we always look as the guest, as our honor to have the guest over.
Chief Minister Gujarat, Shri Vijay Rupani, Honorable Governor Gujarat, Shri Acharya Devvrat, other dignitaries,
And in the foreground, you can see all the artists who will perform traditional dances from Gujarat and indeed from across the country. The Shanknath, the Manjira dance, the Hodu, and other performances. This is our way of saying, howdy Trump, namaste Trump, welcome to India.
Well, it's enshrined in the Constitution of India as well. Part 4A, Article 51A talks about fundamental duties, which talks about 11 fundamental duties for every citizen. And one of them is to value and preserve the rich heritage of our composite culture. And in moments from now, President Trump and all of us will witness some mesmerizing music, folk dances. It would absolutely be a sight to behold. The colorful costumes.
And they are holding conches in their hands. So these are the artists who will perform the Shanknath, which is like a clarion call to invoke the gods and to thank the guest for arriving here on our land.
And the umbrellas that you see, that dance group will form part of a popular folk dance of Gujarat called Hudo. There'll be the Mishra Ras, Mevasi dance, another tribal dance form of Gujarat.
And all eyes are at the moment on top of the staircase of the aircraft to see the moment when President Trump arrives here in India. This is indeed one momentous occasion when two dynamic personalities meet.
Shank is the conch shell and Vandana means prayer. To welcome the American President Donald Trump, Shank Vandana will be done. The Shank is praised in Hindu scriptures as a giver of fame, longevity and prosperity. The season of spring, certainly adding a dash of color.
And this is the beast, the presidential limousine. It is a very heavily armored car with its own GPS system. And it is, of course, so well guarded that nobody can attack it. In fact, the windows of this Cadillac never open. The driver's window opens only up to 3 inches to ensure the safety and security of the president.
The culture of Gujarat itself is wonderful, whether we talk about the Garba dance, the 9-day dance festival during Navratris, the culinary cuisines, and the son of the soil, Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi, arriving now to welcome the Honorable President of the United States of America, Donald Trump, and other distinguished guests. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has given a clarion call of Ek Bharat, Shreshth Bharat. At the Howdy Modi event in September 2019, Prime Minister Modi had expressed, unity in diversity is our heritage. It's our speciality. And we can see it being showcased. It is the proof of our vibrant democracies. This is our power, our inspiration. Wherever we go, we take the principles of diversity and democracy along with us. And the Prime Minister, in his Mann Ki Baat address on All India Radio yesterday, said from Kutch to Kohima, from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, the vastness and diversity of our country fills every Indian with pride. We can experience it right now. It is always a moment of overwhelming joy. And more you discover it, Jasleen, the more remains to be discovered.
That's absolutely right. And when you talk about this pride in our country, in our traditions, in our culture, it goes along with us wherever in the world we go. So for the Indian diaspora, that umbilical cord with India always remains. There are a lot of Gujaratis in America, and this will be moments that they are watching and cherishing for themselves. That is why you say you can take an Indian out of India, but you can never take India out of an Indian.
Absolutely. Finally, that moment is going to arrive now, which people across the globe are anticipating to see. The personal chemistry between the two leaders is very good. Aspiring dreams, inspiring futures. Great countries, greater friendship. Two strong nations, one great friendship. Welcome to the World Heritage City of India. In fact, Ahmedabad is the first World Heritage City of India. Jaipur has also got added to that list. Stronger friendship, brighter future.
These are all slogans that we see on hoardings all around Ahmedabad to welcome President Trump.
Wow, what a colorful spectacle to behold in eyes. The beautiful, colorful umbrellas that shall form part of the Hudo folk dance of Gujarat. This is where dancers will be also clapping their hands in a rhythmic fashion. It's a shepherd folk dance performed by the Bharwad community. Viewers of Doordarshan cannot afford to miss that.
You were talking about Ahmedabad being a World Heritage City. It was founded in the 15th century and has emerged as an important economic and industrial hub in India. It is the second largest producer of cotton in the country, and its stock exchange is the country's second oldest. The city is divided into two, the old city and the new city, and it offers different moods, right from the hustle and bustle of New Ahmedabad to the quiet retreat of the Sabarmati Ashram. Ahmedabad enjoys a thriving cultural tradition, being the center of Gujarati cultural activities and diverse traditions of different ethnic and religious communities. And we are going to see a showcase of that in just a moment from now.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi, the artists, India awaits the arrival of the American President Donald Trump. Well, the foundation of any relationship is the confluence of interest, and there are many reasons for both India and America to be natural allies. Prime Minister Modi had highlighted in his speech at Howdy Modi event in September 2019 that be it 9/11 in America or 26/11 in India, time has come for a decisive battle against terrorism. So security, trade is also another important issue. America has emerged as India's largest trading partner. Healthcare, wellness, be it yoga, and for a healthy future, this time The idea is also to focus on promoting generic medicines. Other issues of mutual interest could be 5G. Prime Minister Modi talks about Digital India, how we can bridge the digital divide, strengthen communications. Ivanka Trump, when she had met the Prime Minister in 2017 November in Hyderabad, she came to attend the Global Entrepreneurship Summit. So entrepreneurship, education could well be another area. That's the US ambassador to India. The aim, of course, is to deepen the friendship between the world's oldest democracy and its largest. Welcome to India. Welcome, Mr. and Mrs. Trump.
The moment that we've all been waiting for with a lot of excitement and anticipation, the arrival of President Trump and the First Lady Melania Trump to India, and the warm welcome, the handshake, the hearty hug, which has now become a symbol of their friendship. Greetings all around.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi introducing the American President Donald Trump to the Chief Minister of Gujarat and other dignitaries present. This is the first visit to India by President Donald Trump.
That was a quick greeting with Ivanka Trump and Jared Trump, the daughter and son-in-law of President Trump. A tri-services guard. Honoring the arrival of the President and the First Lady. And the traditional welcome of Gujarat, the folk dances that are so colorful, so warm and so welcoming.
The blowing of the conch shells is considered auspicious, pious, and the sound there positively energizes the environment through the vibrations.
There is such a festive air here. It is as if all of India has come alive to welcome her guests. And this sort of a greeting, this sort of a reception can only be given in India.
And after being greeted here at the Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel International Airport, the American President, the First Lady, will now proceed towards Sabarmati Ashram. But what will await them on the route, Jasleen, is also going to be fantastic. The cultural extravaganza, music, dance, arts, crafts await the arrival of the dignitaries on the route as the culture of 28 states of the country will be showcased.
So, on this short route, President Trump and the First Lady will experience the sights, the sounds, the colors, the culture of all of India on this short journey. The utter joy of the dancers is infectious as they perform the umbrella dance. And the presidential beast, the armored vehicle, will move away from the airport in just a few moments from now.
The tribal dance of Gujarat is a special attraction. Conservation and preservation of the rich culture is so very necessary. The sheer diversity is spectacular. In the background, what you also saw was a glimpse of Goff dance, which is known as ribbon dance, where the dancers will hold on to a cord and they will make an intricate braid at the end of first set of movements where it all gets mixed up. But then in the next set of movements, when the dancers move, the braid gets unrevealed and all the cords are loose and single once again. Completely majestic.
We see the presidential cavalcade moving out of the airport, as also the cavalcade of the Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi. This is indeed a riot of color as artists of all ages, young and old, men and women, dance in gay abandon. And these are 7 or 9 pots that they balance on their heads, which is quite a feat.
These are age-old traditions, offering a story to be told, a narrative that will help us chronicle the history better for a greater future. This is the soft power of India that holds the costumes, the colors, the rhythm, the clash, the dandiya, the garba, the ribbon dance in the background.
In India, we have a dance for every occasion, and ours is a country of festivals. So there is a festival every few days in India to celebrate the seasons, to celebrate the change of seasons, to celebrate the advent of the new season, because they are all connected with nature, and as nature changes slowly through the year, so do our folk dances, and we celebrate nature in all its glory. President's limousine, the Beast. Now slowly moving out of the airport.
That's the golf dance, also known as ribbon dance. Very pleasant weather welcomes the guest.
President Trump has come to India on a whirlwind tour of 36 hours, and India has decided to make every moment count because there are different kinds of activities that have been planned out for him. After Ahmedabad, he will be visiting Agra, where he and his wife will see the Taj, the symbol of love, at sunset. And of course, tomorrow there will be a formal reception at Rashtrapati Bhavan.
Intricate dance movements and then simplifying it. Joy in the air.
This visit of the American president to India will go a long way in strengthening our geostrategic ties. There will be many things which will be discussed on various subjects of mutual interest. And ours are complementary economies. So the road for the future will definitely be laid during this visit. Greetings with bells. Bells are sacred in India. And of course, waves and cheers.
So the entire cavalcade now moves out of the airport towards the city.
and after receiving the grand welcome at the Ahmedabad International Airport, US President Donald Trump, First Lady Melania Trump, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and other dignitaries are now participating in a roadshow. Well, this has been the most awaited and much discussed event of this visit, when the President of world's most powerful democracy and Prime Minister of world's largest democracy shares the bond of friendship. This is approximately a 22-kilometer long roadshow, and perhaps the longest roadshow ever held in the city for visiting dignitary. Well, the first stop of the roadshow is Sabarmati Ashram, and then it will move towards the world's biggest cricket stadium, Motera. The roadshow has just left from the airport and now is reaching at the airport circle, and then it will move towards Sabarmati Ashram. The roadshow is now moving from the heart of the city, touching some of the important destinations. This is the airport circle now, where the cavalcade is moving towards Sabarmati Ashram. This roadshow is a perfect example of Ek Bharat, Shresth Bharat. It talks about India is a unique nation whose fabric has been woven by diverse linguistic, cultural and religious threads held together into a composite national identity by a rich history of cultural evolution, coupled with a rousing freedom struggle that was built around the tenets of non-violence and justice. And as you can see, peoples have actually gathered on both the sides of the road and greeted the leaders, the two leaders. And as you can see on your screens here, in this roadshow, more than 28 stages have been set up at various locations, and the artist dressed in traditional attire, as you can see, presenting folk dances, music and yoga poses. Whether it is east or west, north or south, and from many states of India, the talented artists have come here to showcase their talent and make the world aware of their arts. And this is a perfect platform when all the eyes are set on them. This is the soft power of India. The cavalcade has now reached to the cantonment area. You can see people try to capture the movement in their mobile phones. Here we can see the history unfolds. Different states from the country are presenting the traditional dance forms en route the roadshow. The distance between the airport and the Sabarmati ashram is about approximately 7 kilometers. And as you can see, the cavalcade is now moving towards Sabarmati ashram, have already crossed the cantonment area. It is now reaching at Hanuman Camp Road. So as we're talking about the cultural performance, you can see the artists performing on the stage here. For example, Gujarat, the state in India, is presenting the Garba. Garba is a form of dance which originated in the state of Gujarat, and many traditional Garbas are performed around a centrally lit lamp or picture or statue of goddess Shakti. Traditionally, it is performed during the 9-day Navratri festival. The city of Ahmedabad wore a festive look today. And indeed, people looks quite happy. This is the Golden Qatar Gate where the cavalcade is reaching now. There are approximately 28 states who will be performing and presenting the different style of art, the dance. These artists have been performing and practicing since many years. And as we say earlier, this is a perfect platform to showcase their talent, as all the eyes are set on them. And here the different states are performing, the artists are performing the local folk dance. The idea of sustained and structured connect between denizens of different regions was mooted by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Prime Minister propounded that cultural diversity is a joy that ought to be celebrated through the mutual interaction and reciprocity between people of different states and union territories, so that a common spirit of understanding resonates throughout the country. And now the cavalcade is reaching at the Sabarmati riverfront road. And from here, it's just 3 to 4 kilometers. The cavalcade will reach to its first destination, that is Gandhi Ashram. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has personally and quite warmly hosted world leaders in Ahmedabad, and especially at the Sabarmati riverfront where this cavalcade is now turning. At the Sabarmati riverfront also we can see the artists are performing on the banks of the river of Sabarmati. So I was telling, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has personally quite warmly hosted world leaders in Ahmedabad, including Chinese President Xi Jinping, Japan's Prime Minister Shinzo Abe, and Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. The roadshow has reached to the Sabarmati riverfront road. And as you can see, people are lined up here on both the sides of the road. You can see the flags of the United States of America and India. Well, this friendship is not just between the two leaders. Here we can see a friendship between two countries. This is the Sabarmati riverfront. This is the dream project of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The project was long pending, but when Prime Minister Narendra Modi became Chief Minister of Gujarat, they took the project on a mission mode. And this long pending project was completed in just few years. This project has become a successful affair, as now many states developing the riverfront in their cities like this. Prominent leaders like Japan and Israel, Prime Ministers also visited the riverfront and got surprised to see it. Under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, the visit of foreign dignitaries was not just confined to national capital Delhi, but was taken to other states of India. So therefore, we saw Portugal President visiting Mumbai for Indian-Portugal Business Forum, China's President Xi Jinping visiting Mahabalipuram, Tamil Nadu, French President Emmanuel Macron and Japan's Prime Minister Shinzo Abe visiting Varanasi and Mirzapur in Uttar Pradesh, and now we can see US President visiting Ahmedabad, Agra and Delhi.
मोटेरा की शान से चमके राष्ट्र की छवि प्यारी अहमदाबाद की नगरी.
The carcade is now moving on the Subhash Bridge, and from here the Gandhi Ashram is just a couple of kilometers away. On both the sides of road we can see big hoardings and posters being displayed of both the leaders here. So as the first destination of this roadshow is Gandhi Ashram. The Gandhi Ashram is situated on the bank of Sabarmati river. The Sabarmati Ashram was home to Mahatma Gandhi ji from 1917 until 1930 and served as one of the main center of the Indian freedom struggle. As we can see, the cavalcade has reached on the Subhash Bridge. The cavalcade is now crossing Sabarmati river. The ashram originally called Satyagraha Ashram, reflecting the movement towards passive resistance launched by Mahatma Gandhi ji. city. The Ahmedabad city today wore a festive look here.
So the cavalcade of President Donald Trump and Prime Minister Narendra Modi has now arrived at Sabarmati Ashram, and en route we did see that the distinguished guests were greeted by tens of thousands of people and artists showcasing art from different states and union territories. The beautiful Sabarmati river, and on the banks of it, Sabarmati Ashram, and this is the place which is called Hriday Kunj, where Gandhiji lived for nearly 13 years. Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi being welcomed at Sabarmati Ashram. After working for 21 years in South Africa, Gandhiji returned to India in January 1915, and he chose to settle in Ahmedabad for a number of reasons. He could serve the country better through his mother tongue Gujarati. Ahmedabad, as an old center of hand weaving, would serve well to promote the spinning wheel or the charkha. And as a prime city of Gujarat, Ahmedabad would be a good source of financial support too.
Gandhiji never visited America, but he had a deep connect with people. Martin Luther King was inspired by Gandhiji's philosophy of truth and non-violence as powerful tools during the civil rights movement in America. He said, when I go to other countries, I go as a tourist, but when I come to India, I come as a pilgrim. And this is the entrance to the Sabarmati Ashram. It has been preserved as it was during Gandhiji's time. Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji will receive President Donald Trump and the First Lady Melania Trump. A traditional welcome with a khadi angavastra or a stole. The significance being explained here to the President and the First Lady. And this is Hriday Kunj. This is where Mahatma Gandhi stayed during his 13 odd years here at Sabarmati. His presence is still palpable here. There is a deep sense of peace that permeates the air. His words still vibrate in the stillness here. The President will experience the essence of spiritual India as he enters this hallowed space.
President Donald Trump and Prime Minister Modi garlanding the photo of Mahatma Gandhiji there, and we do see a prayer written downstairs. The prayer was written by Mahatma Gandhi in English, and it was titled Lord of Humility, where he expressed, let us be embodiments of self-sacrifice, embodiments of godliness, humility personified, that we may know the land better and love it more. This is the meeting place where Gandhiji used to meet a lot of people.
Interestingly, although Gandhiji lived here for 13 years, he didn't have a room to himself. He spent most of his time in this veranda, spinning the charkha, or the spinning wheel, as we can see in the visuals. And that little room on the left was his study, where he wrote letters every day to people all across India who were connected with the freedom movement, and people from all across the world who wrote to him. This is also where he met the leaders of the freedom movement and international guests. This is where various decisions regarding India's freedom struggle were taken.
It was while living here that Mohandas Gandhi came to be known as Mahatma Gandhi. And this is the symbol of self-reliance, the spinning wheel, charkha.
The charkha was Gandhiji's great tool for empowerment and dignity of labor. President Trump and the First Lady giving it a try. It also has great spiritual significance. Gandhiji used to say 1 hour spent in spinning would be equivalent to an hour in self-development for the spinner. It's very meditative when you spin the charkha. In the meanwhile, Motera Stadium is abuzz with excitement. Lata Ben explaining how the yarn is spun. For most people, trying the charkha for the first time can be a little unnerving, but once you get used to it, you understand what Gandhiji meant when he called it the physical embodiment of his constructive program as a representation of Swadeshi, self-sufficiency, and at the same time, interdependence, because the wheel is at the center of a network of cotton growers, carders, weavers, distributors, and users. It also embodied the dignity of labor, equality, unity, as all volunteers were to spin each day, and finally independence was achieved. In fact, it has been called the livery of our freedom. That is what Khadi signifies for us. A few moments of introspection, trying to absorb the essence of Mahatma Gandhi, his teachings, and his philosophy. It's hard to imagine, but this is exactly how the Mahatma would have sat here with his international visitors. He too had a great sense of humor.
Interestingly, Gandhiji could write from both his hands. And sitting here in the veranda, he would meet a lot of world leaders and other guests, as we now see the special visitor today, the American President, Donald Trump, now penning his thoughts in the visitor's book. Foremost in the movements launched by Gandhiji from this very place, the Sabarmati Ashram, was the 385-kilometer salt march from Sabarmati Ashram to Dandi on the south Gujarat coast. Interestingly, Gandhi Smarak Sangrahalaya, Sabarmati, is open on all days of the year, from 8:30 in the morning till 6:30 in the evening. Daily about 2,000 to 3,000 footfalls, and on a holiday, Sunday, weekend, that increases to about 5,000 footfalls.
Mahatma Gandhi believed in an openness. He used to say, I do not want my house to be walled on all sides and my windows to be stuffed. I want the cultures of all lands to be blown about my house as freely as possible. But I refuse to be blown off my feet by any. This perhaps is the openness that he talked about. The people of all cultures, all traditions came here. The three monkeys of Mahatma Gandhi: speak no evil, see no evil, hear no evil. These were originally given to Mahatma Gandhi by a Japanese monk, and they became an essential part of his philosophy.
And those philosophies, Jasleen, are still very relevant and encourage each one of us to ensure that we imbibe the core values of humanity, truth, non-violence, love, compassion, service, sacrifice, forbearance, and equality. The Sangrahalaya, the museum, consists of a gallery that is titled My Life is My Message. And it consists of paintings, photo enlargements of some of the vivid events of Gandhiji's life, his quotations, letters, other relics. There's a library too. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi encourages one and all, especially the youth, to understand Gandhiji, his philosophy, connect with history. There's the archives that ensures collection, preservation, and display of Gandhiji's writings, photography, voice records, films, personal belongings. As we now see President Donald Trump interacting with the members of the Gandhi Smarak Sangrahalaya, Sabarmati.
So these were few moments of reflection, of going inwards before moving onwards towards the next leg. Mahatma Gandhi said that to find oneself, one has to lose oneself in the service of others. And this is a pilgrimage where one can find this philosophy and through it find oneself.
And now from the Sabarmati Ashram, the cavalcade will move to the new Motera Stadium. And for today, perhaps Motera is all set to transform into the loudest stadium in the world.
That is quite true. We've been hearing loud cheers emanating from the stadium. The President's daughter, Ivanka Trump. Gandhiji believed in the concept of living in a commune with just the bare necessities, because he said that nature gives you enough for your needs, though not enough for your greed. And this was the ideal living conditions that Gandhiji talked about. Mahatma Gandhi said the residents here would work for 8 hours a day, and in the morning and evening spend time in meditation and prayer, and prayers from all faiths were recited here.
In fact, members of the ashram began their day by gathering to pray, and in the evening they returned to pray again and take stock of the day's activities. The entire environment, the trees, the calmness, the positive vibrations, the energy makes you feel very relaxed.
And also, it sends a shiver down one's spine to think that this is exactly where Mahatma Gandhi lived. To breathe the same air that he once breathed is really special for the visitor.
So whether it's the stillness one can experience at Sabarmati Ashram, or the loudest cheer that awaits at the Motera, it's an array of emotions that engulfs the life of a human being.
Come to think of it, that is the essence of India, isn't it? We are the loudest and the most joyful when we celebrate our festivals with great color and a lot of music and dancing. And yet, when it comes to moments of reflection, we turn inwards. This is a part of life for most Indians. Despite the compulsions of modern day living,
the three monkeys,
the three monkeys embody the very essence of Gandhiji's philosophy of seeing no evil, speaking no evil, and hearing no evil. So when you look for the good in others, you only see the good in others, which gets reflected in your own being. Because Gandhiji said we really are mirrors of each other. Mahatma Gandhi also said that an eye for an eye would eventually turn the world blind. So he talked about compassion, forgiveness, friendship, and understanding with each other. To my great friend, Prime Minister Modi, thank you for this wonderful visit. It has been signed by President Donald Trump.
Also
And
the First Lady, Melania Trump, has signed there.
Exactly. People do usually come here and pen their thoughts in the visitor's book. And this will be a wonderful visit for the Prime Minister's carcade, moving down the avenues of Ahmedabad, lined with thousands of people who are here to cheer the Prime Minister and his dear friend, the President of America. The cavalcade is now moving towards the Motera Stadium, the Sardar Vallabhbhai International, to cheer the two great personalities who are the stars of the event. The presidential cavalcade now departing from Sabarmati Ashram. Mahatma Gandhi's philosophy is still relevant today, and this can be seen by the fact that almost 2,000 people visit here daily and more than 5,000 people come to Sabarmati Ashram on weekends, waving and cheering the president along. The people of Ahmedabad, people of Gujarat are so happy to see him.
The next destination is Motera Stadium. As we can see, the cavalcade is now moving from Sabarmati Ashram. Visited Gujarat mainly to visit Sabarmati Ashram, Gandhi Ashram. And the name of the dignitary includes Queen Elizabeth II, King of Jordan, Nelson Mandela, and Sri Lanka's former Prime Minister, Premadasa. The world has recognized and accepted the thoughts and ideology of Mahatma Gandhi, and hence we may see that many global leaders visit Gandhi Ashram to understand that. Originally, the Gandhi Ashram called the Satyagraha Ashram, reflecting the movement towards passive resistance launched by Mahatma Gandhiji. The ashram became home to ideology that set India free. And as you can see, the cavalcade is now moving towards the Motera Stadium. The cavalcade has crossed the Subhash Bridge. The ashram, as we're talking about, became the home to ideology that set India free. The Sabarmati Ashram, named for the river on which it sits, and was a group of workers committed to non-violence who would help secure freedom for India. And that's the reason even nowadays we can see the global leaders want to visit Gandhi Ashram. As you can see, the people have lined up here on the streets. The cavalcade is now moving towards Motera Stadium. It's a Subhash Bridge. We can see from where the cavalcade is moving. And as we told, the next destination is Motera Stadium, where the President and the Prime Minister will participate in Namaste Trump event, which is quite similar to the landmark Howdy Modi event hosted by the Indian American community in honor of Prime Minister Narendra Modi during his visit to Houston in September 2019. cavalcade is just crossing Sabarmati Riverfront Road. Will go towards the airport square, and from there on will go to the Motera Stadium. The distance is about 17 kilometers from the Gandhi Ashram. And en route we can see some of the classical dance performance, the folk dance performance by the Indian artist. Thousands of people standing on the both sides of the road to have a glimpse of the beloved lover stadium. The Motera Stadium, Gavaskar completed 10,000 runs in Test cricket. The stadium can accommodate 110,000 people. And as we can see, the cavalcade of Prime Minister is moving towards Motera Stadium. Transforming Motera Stadium into the world's biggest cricket stadium was the brainchild of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The new stadium has many world-class facilities, including a clubhouse with 55 rooms, 76 corporate boxes, a gymnasium, and Olympic-sized swimming pool. The US President is now moving towards Hanuman Camp. The newly built Motera Stadium is spread across 63 acres and can accommodate, as I told you, 110,000 spectators at a time. And it is also a green stadium committed to a sustainable use of electricity and water. Peoples are waving hand as the President carcass moving towards the Motera Stadium. Ever since the Motera Stadium was announced, much of the focus has been on its size. But there are more reasons why this magnificent stadium stands out. This is India's first green-rated cricket stadium, and it has been awarded by Indian Green Building Council a gold rating. Well, a stadium of this size requires two things in huge quantity. One is the power, electricity for lighting, and the second is water to keep the field green. And on both these fronts, the stadium is highly sustainable. As soon as both the leaders will reach Motera Stadium, we'll see that a huge crowd will be welcoming them. A special cultural program is also organized at Motera Stadium. More than 1 lakh people have been waiting for both the leaders to arrive at Motera Stadium here. And around the same number of crowd you can see outside the stadium on the roadshow route. The sounds of drum beat and the folk music is quite evident here. The people carrying flags of India and United States of America. But in spite of scorching heat, we can see the people have lined up here. The big hoardings and posters can be seen at various strategic locations in Ahmedabad, welcoming US President Donald Trump in the city. The President cavalcade has now reached the cantonment area, and from onward it will reach to the Motera Stadium via Airport Square. And as you can see, the number of crowd, the people on the roads here. Managing such a crowd is a daunting task for the authorities here, but obviously we can see on the screen here, the authorities have done their job quite well. While going towards Motera Stadium, we may see some of the dance performances on both the sides of the road here. A different state, for example, Uttar Pradesh is presenting the Mayu dance. This is a folk dance from the region of Uttar Pradesh. The Mayu dance, or the peacock dance, originates from the legend wherein Lord Krishna appeared in the guise of peacock to dance with its beloved Radha. The state of Delhi is presenting the Kathak dance. Kathak is one of the most elegant dance form of India, revolves around the concept of storytelling. Under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, the visit of foreign dignitaries was not just confined to the national capital Delhi but was taken to other states as well. The cavalcade has reached the airport circle, and from now it will move towards Indira Circle. Big hoardings and cutaways placed at a strategic location, as I told you, to welcome President Donald Trump. The friendship between both the countries is quite evident here. Various dignitaries have already reached Motera Stadium, and now both the leaders will reach soon. So talking about the Motera Stadium, he was discussing the Motera Stadium is a complete sustainable structure, and it's known as a green building. It has got the rainwater harvesting capacity of over 30 lakh litre per day. And tons of construction waste was put to use, not disposed of at a landfill. The commitment to sustainability makes the stadium the model for others to emulate here. And as we can see, the
Foremost
cavalcade
in the movements.
has reached, the President cavalcade has reached the President, the airport circle. US President Donald Trump and First Lady Melania is traveling in a specially modified car for President. The car is also known as the Beast and is considered to be as the safest car across the world. Enthusiasm among the people is quite evident on the streets. Now all the eyes set on both the leaders as what they're going to speak at the Motera stadium here. Howdy Modi program in Houston was such a big hit. And after that, when both the leaders are meeting in India, in Ahmedabad, the world is looking at both the leaders here. The cavalcade has reached Indira Circle. Both the leaders have met on various platforms here, on various multilateral meetings and conferences. And each time, both the leaders share a special bond, a bond of friendship. Namaste Trump. This is the banner you can see at various corners in Ahmedabad city. Well, Ahmedabad is known for its trading community. And in today's Namaste Trump program, we may see nearly 5,000 to 7,000 businessmen and leaders will join the meeting. The cavalcade is now reaching at Indira Circle. There won't be any formal signing of agreement in Ahmedabad, but obviously, as both the leaders refer themselves as a friend of each other, it will stronger the bond between both the countries here. Nearly 110,000 people waiting for the United States President at the Motera Stadium. trade between both the countries actually stands at 10% per annum, and both the countries want to increase it. But it's not just a trade, but bilateral relation is equally important for both the countries, and that's the reason on various fronts, at various occasions, we have seen United States have support India on a global platform. The cavalcade is now reaching at Koteshwar Road. There are various issues and challenges that both the countries are facing. And both these leaders will deliberate upon it and will find a solution. So this is the first leg of the US President Donald Trump to India. From Ahmedabad, the President will go to Agra and then New Delhi. And there's a cultural performance we can see on the streets of Ahmedabad here. Quite a visual treat for the foreign dignitaries. The cavalcade is moving towards Motera Stadium, is at now Koteshwar Road. Well, it's another feather in the cap of Ahmedabad city as they hosted US President Donald Trump. The cavalcade has reached now Ashram Road. President Donald Trump is accompanied with the delegates, where the Indian side and the US will have a bilateral talk in Delhi. As there are various issues that both the countries share a common goal. As the terrorism and protectionism are the issues on both the countries are quite vocal about. The cavalcade will now reach at Motera Stadium. Motera Stadium is considered the world's biggest cricketing stadium and was a brainchild of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. This newly built stadium has world-class facilities including the corporate boxes, gymnasium, Olympic-sized swimming pool and many other facilities. It's spread across 63 acres and can accommodate 110,000 spectators at a time. But it's not just about the size, the stadium is also a green, sustainable structure. And here you can see the cavalcade of President is reaching towards Motera Stadium.
The World Heritage City of Ahmedabad wears a festive look today as spectators on both sides of the road are greeting and cheering both the leaders, President Donald Trump and Prime Minister Narendra Modi, as we now see Prime Minister Modi's cavalcade nearing the new Motera Stadium.
The cavalcade being greeted by the ship of the desert, colorfully caparisoned camels. What a wonderful sight this is. A spectacle of what India is all about. The Motera Stadium is in the venue. Motera Stadium for the Namaste Trump is a buzz event with excitement. The largest event, the grandest event of its kind anywhere in the world.
Aspiring dreams, inspiring future. The ties between the two nations, India and the United States, are grounded in the common values and shared commitment to democracy. The roar from the Motera Stadium continues to grow and build up in anticipation of both the global leaders arriving within the Motera Stadium in moments from now. Prime Minister Modi had reached Ahmedabad today, over an hour before President Trump did. Prime Minister was present at the airport to welcome the US President. He greeted him with a hug, and in response we did see that in the visitor's diary, President Trump wrote, "Thank you, my friend, for this wonderful experience." Adequate security arrangements have been made throughout the route. And the idea also is that the spectators on both sides of the road can get a glimpse of their beloved leaders and also of the cultural diversity and heritage on display. Robust relations, democratic traditions. The United States of America is the world's oldest democracy, and India its largest. Absolutely in sync, the majestic camels. Reminds me of the border security force. It's almost become a symbol of them. That's the first recall we have. And not only in security, you've got the Gujarat police, you've got the central paramilitary forces, other security agencies, all trying to ensure that there is no untoward incident, but most importantly, that everyone in attendance enjoys this festival and welcomes the visitor with joy. The Motera Stadium was established in 1982, and a lot of records also have happened at the stadium. Sunil Gavaskar completed 10,000 runs in Test cricket in 86-87. Kapil Dev scalped his 432nd wicket in Test to surpass Sir Richard Hadley's record, thus becoming the highest wicket taker in Test cricket at that time. And just in 2011 World Cup, which India won, en route in the quarterfinals, we played the all-important match against the Aussies on the Motera ground.
And what a spectacle that was. What a memory.
Sachin Tendulkar. Can you name any ground on which Sachin does not have a record?
I don't think there is any such ground in the world. But at the moment, this ground, this stadium, chock-a-block with people from all across Gujarat and indeed across the country. They have come here to witness this spectacle, this mega event, the largest event of its kind anywhere in the world. Namaste Trump. And we've been hearing cheers emanating from the stadium from early in the morning when people started trickling in from 7:30 or 8 in the morning. It's a very bright sunny day. But the enthusiasm of the people to be part of history. These are great moments in histories of nations, and these are people from across the 33 districts of Gujarat.
And the canopy that you see there, it's a specialized 30-meter wide roof canopy over the entire stadium. People might have come since morning but their joy, energy is only increasing with time. Young children, students, youth, artists, they're all gathered here. Arts, culture, sports, cinema, music, folk dances, all of this is the soft power of a nation. And today, we are having an amazing experience of the soft power of India.
And these are people from all walks of life, students, businessmen, office goers, the young, the old, and especially the children who always get most enthusiastic.
And its leaders, Honorable Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, and the Honorable President of the United States of America, Mr. Donald J.
Let's see this video and know more about how both the world leaders, President Trump and Prime Minister Modi, are so popular in social media and especially on Twitter.
They are the leaders of the world's largest and oldest democracies. They draw enormous crowds at their rallies and other public events. They both rode to power as leaders of the masses. And they will have a lot to talk about when President Donald Trump visits India for the first time. Trade, strategic ties, security, defense deals and enhancing people-to-people connect are just a few topics on the agenda.
The US market has been the single largest market for Indian exporters. For expectations of a mini trade deal because it's important for India. Defense deals will definitely be on the table, including perhaps for helicopters, and there's talk because the US has sent to the Congress the notification for authorization of sale of integrated air defense systems.
The two leaders may find they have much in common if they venture into the world of social media. Both are prolific users of social networking sites. Donald Trump is the most popular head of state or government with 72.6 million followers on Twitter, while Prime Minister Modi is at number 2 with 53.1 million followers. In fact, President Trump announced his India visit tweeting, "Great honor, I think." Mark Zuckerberg recently stated that Donald J. Trump is number 1 on Facebook, number 2 is Prime Minister Modi of India. Actually, I'm going to India in 2 weeks, looking forward to it. In 2017 too, using his official POTUS account, President Trump tweeted that he is looking forward to discussing important strategic issues with a true friend. Playing host after the meeting in the White House, President Trump recalled his previous campaign pledge that if elected, India would have a true friend in the White House.
During my campaign, I pledged that if elected, India would have a true friend in the White House. And that is now exactly what you have, a true friend.
President Trump also praised PM Modi's Twitter prowess.
Prime Minister Modi and I are world leaders in social media. We're believers, giving the citizens of our countries the opportunity to hear directly from their elected officials and for us to hear directly from them.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi also described his White House visit as being filled with friendliness from the opening tweet to the end of talks.
ओपनिंग ट्वीट से लेकर हमारी वार्ता के समापन तक राष्ट्रपति ट्रंप की मित्रता भरे वेलकम का मैं हृदय से आभार व्यक्त करता हूं।
Fast forward to 23rd May 2019. President Trump was among the first world leaders to congratulate the Prime Minister on his massive second-term win. He tweeted, "Congratulations to Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his BJP party on their big election victory. Great things are in store for the US-India partnership with the return of PM Modi at the helm. I look forward to continuing our important work together." Prime Minister Modi's prompt response read, "Thank you, Donald Trump. This victory represents the aspirations of a nation of 1.3 billion people. I too am looking forward to working closely with you for closer bilateral ties, which also augur well for global peace and prosperity." Then on the 23rd of September, Prime Minister Narendra Modi tweeted to the US President hours after the two world leaders shared the stage at a mega event in Houston, calling it a watershed moment in India-USA ties. President Trump's response on the microblogging site was short and sweet: the USA loves India. And this love between the two countries, led by two dynamic leaders, will definitely grow stronger.
So two strong leaders and their personal chemistry adds to the synergies we see in the bilateral relations between India and the United States of America.
That's absolutely true, and there is a very large Indian diaspora in America that is contributing to the American economy. What is interesting, Amit, is the fact that with the advent of the fourth industrial revolution, which is coming to us at breakneck speed, where technology and internet are not just the future, they are the present. The present and the future lies firmly in the hands of Indians. Some of the biggest American IT firms are headed by Indians, whether it is Google, Microsoft, Adobe, or many of the others. India and the United States are two of the world's largest democracies and are natural partners to catalyze change and accelerate growth across the world. The Indian diaspora in the US comprises close to 4 million people. More than 90,000 of these live and work in the Silicon Valley and account for every sixth startup in America. Enterprises started by Indians in America represent some of the most successful startups in the world. Companies started by Indian founders in the Valley account for $235 billion in market value. President Trump's visit to India is a great opportunity to strengthen relations between India and the Silicon Valley to pave the way for exponential growth in this area. The India-US partnership will be focusing on 4 key objectives, that is peace and prosperity in the Indian Ocean, counter-terrorism, free and fair trade, and energy. And there is a lot of energy here today at the Motera Stadium. Who knows which of these people will be future CEOs of great IT brands that emanate from the US.
Or sports persons, because we are here at the world's largest cricket stadium, and Sourav Ganguly, former India captain and BCCI president, is in attendance here at the new Motera Stadium. Absolutely electric atmosphere at New Motera as people gathered here are eagerly waiting to welcome President Donald Trump and Prime Minister Narendra Modi, wearing their white hats that says Namaste Trump.
And Namaste Trump indeed. President Trump's maiden visit to India begins here in Ahmedabad. A very special honor for the people of Ahmedabad and Gujarat.
So far, Prime Minister Narendra Modi received the first family at the Ahmedabad airport. A cultural reception was given to the visiting dignitaries at the Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel International Airport. They then moved towards Sabarmati Ashram. En route, there was the Mega India Roadshow that showcased the cultural rich heritage of this great nation, India. At the Sabarmati Ashram, the US President, the First Lady, revisited the ideals and values of Mahatma Gandhi. And now, Ivanka Trump, senior advisor, Trump administration, and daughter of the American President Donald Trump, arriving at the new Motera Stadium to loud cheers from the spectators. She was here to attend the Global Entrepreneurship Summit in Hyderabad in November 2017. Very happily posing for photographs with the joyful audience there. For those wondering what is Sachin's record here at the Motera, well, Sachin Tendulkar became the first ever cricketer to score 18,000 runs in one-day cricket in a match against Australia during the 2011 Cricket World Cup.
Stronger friendship, brighter future. Indeed it is. The bilateral relations between the two countries, India and the United States, have arrived at unprecedented levels of convergence. Cricket aficionados in our country, cricket lovers, when they have been coming to Motera before, it took 1.5 years to refurbish the stadium from its earlier avatar, would have cheered with as much gusto when Javagal Srinath took 6 wickets in the 4th innings of a test match against South Africa, where the visitors faltered while chasing 170 to win, ending up at 105 all out. Do you think it was the same kind of cheering?
Well, the cheer only continues to grow, and not only for cricket. India is ready for football too, because this year India is going to host FIFA Under-17 Women World Cup for the first time ever. And while the finals will be held at Navi Mumbai, Ahmedabad, the World Heritage City, will also be one of the venues. So all of these spectators will also get to see some football. Ivanka Trump, meanwhile, happily posing for the photographs. These will be memories she will also cherish for lifetime, because India is a land known for hospitality, diverse culture, rich heritage.
And in today's day and age, with the largest number of cell phone users which are being used here to their full power, everyone trying to take selfies or photographs to capture these moments for posterity. This stadium is spread across 63 acres of land with 3 entry points. It has 75 corporate boxes, each with a capacity of 25 people, an Olympic-sized swimming pool. A unique feature of the stadium are the LED lights instead of the usual floodlights at cricket grounds. This is a first of its kind design. The LED lights have been installed on an antibacterial fireproof canopy. Any moment is a good moment to break into cheering and dance.
Well, one of the other hallmarks of the new Motera Stadium is the Hall of Fame. So if you're an avid cricket lover, a beautiful museum with very nice photographs showcasing India's triumph at the 2011 World Cup, 1983 World Cup, all the cricketers who went on to serve the country with great distinction bats with their signatures, memorabilia, all of them at Hall of Fame. Anticipation just building up to see both the global leaders on the stage, and in moments from now you will see Prime Minister Narendra Modi exiting from the left side of the southern gate, and the President of the United States of America and the First Lady from the right side. And as leaders would walk through the tunnel like we saw in the Howdy Modi event and come out on the ramp from their respective side, handshake in the middle of the ramp, one can only imagine the roar from the spectators gathered here at the Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel Stadium, popularly known as New Motera Stadium.
And Amit, no matter what the occasion, whether formal, informal, or in an event like this, when you see the national tricolour being waved, it swells the heart with pride, doesn't it?
Absolutely. See these colors.
Women in their bridal finery, all dressed up for the occasion.
Truly, this is a historic milestone for Indo-US friendship. The President of the USA will address the audience here. They are very keen to hear the American President Donald Trump, also Prime Minister Narendra Modi. As we now see Prime Minister Narendra Modi being welcomed by a loud cheer, and President Donald Trump shaking hands, a warm hug, symbolizing the great Indo-American friendship. The aim is to strengthen and deepen the ties further, as we see the First Lady of the United States of America and both the global leaders reciprocating to the cheers by the spectators.
एक ऐतिहासिक घटना आज मोटेरा के इस विशाल स्टेडियम में, जिसके साक्षी हम बने हैं। मैत्री का ये संदेश आज विश्व भर को प्राप्त हुआ है। हमारा सौभाग्य कि आज इस क्षण के हम साक्षी हैं। जोरदार तालियों से आइए इस घटना का स्वागत करें। Let us welcome this moment of goodwill and kinship. We now request you all to rise for the national anthems. We now invite the dynamic, dedicated and determined architect of New India, Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, for his welcome remarks.
भारत माता की, भारत माता की, भारत माता की। नमस्ते ट्रम्प, नमस्ते ट्रम्प, नमस्ते ट्रम्प, नमस्ते ट्रम्प, नमस्ते ट्रम्प, नमस्ते ट्रम्प, नमस्ते ट्रम्प। मैं कहूंगा इंडिया यूएस फ्रेंडशिप, आप बोलेंगे लॉन्ग लिव, लॉन्ग लिव, लॉन्ग लिव, लॉन्ग लिव। इंडिया यूएसए फ्रेंडशिप, इंडिया यूएस फ्रेंडशिप, इंडिया यूएस फ्रेंडशिप। नमस्ते। आज मोटेरा स्टेडियम में एक नया इतिहास बन रहा है। आज हम इतिहास को दोहराते हुए भी देख रहे हैं। 5 महीने पहले मैंने अपनी अमेरिका यात्रा की शुरुआत ह्यूस्टन में हुए हाउडी मोदी कार्यक्रम से की थी और आज मेरे दोस्त प्रेसिडेंट डोनाल्ड ट्रंप अपनी ऐतिहासिक भारत यात्रा का आरंभ अहमदाबाद में नमस्ते ट्रंप से कर रहे हैं। आप कल्पना कर सकते हैं, वो अमेरिका से सीधे यहां पहुंचे हैं। इतनी लंबी जर्नी के बाद भारत में उतरते ही प्रेसिडेंट ट्रंप और उनका परिवार सीधे साबरमती आश्रम गया और फिर इस कार्यक्रम में आया है। दुनिया की सबसे बड़ी डेमोक्रेसी में आपका हृदय से बहुत बहुत स्वागत है। ये धरती गुजरात की है, लेकिन आपके स्वागत के लिए जोश पूरे हिंदुस्तान का है। ये उत्साह, ये आसमान तक गूंजती आवाज, ये पूरा वातावरण एयरपोर्ट से लेकर के यहां स्टेडियम तक हर तरफ भारत की विविधताओं के रंग ही रंगा हुआ नजर आ रहा है। और इन सब के बीच प्रेसिडेंट ट्रंप, फर्स्ट लेडी मेलानिया ट्रंप, इवाका और जैरेड की उपस्थिति, प्रेसिडेंट ट्रंप का अपने परिवार के साथ यहां आना भारत अमेरिका रिश्तों को एक परिवार जैसी मिठास और घनिष्ठता की पहचान दे रहा है। इंडिया यूएसए रिलेशंस आर नो लॉन्गर just another partnership. It is a far greater and closer relationship. इस कार्यक्रम का जो नाम है नमस्ते, उसका मतलब भी बहुत गहरा है। ये दुनिया की प्राचीनतम भाषाओं में से एक संस्कृत का शब्द है। इसका भाव है कि सिर्फ व्यक्ति को ही नहीं, उसके भीतर व्याप्त डिविनिटी को भी हम नमन करते हैं। इतने भव्य समारोह के लिए मैं गुजरात के लोगों का, गुजरात में रहने वाले अन्य राज्य के लोगों का अभिनंदन करता हूं। मिस्टर प्रेसिडेंट, फ्रेंड्स, आज आप उस भूमि पर हैं जहां 5000 साल पुराना प्लांट सिटी धौलावीरा रहा है और इतना ही पुराना लोथल सी पोर्ट भी रहा है। आज आप उस साबरमती नदी के तट पर है जिसका भारत की आजादी में अहम स्थान रहा है। आज आप विविधता से भरे उस भारत में हैं जहां सैकड़ों भाषाएं बोली जाती हैं, सैकड़ों तरह के परिधान हैं, सैकड़ों तरह के खान पान है, अनेकों पंथ और समुदाय है। हमारी ये रिच डाइवर्सिटी में यूनिटी और यूनिटी की वाइब्रेंसी भारत और अमेरिका के बीच मजबूत रिश्ते का बहुत बड़ा आधार है। एक लैंड ऑफ द फ्री है तो दूसरा पूरे विश्व को एक परिवार मानता है। एक को स्टैच्यू ऑफ लिबर्टी पर गर्व है तो दूसरे को दुनिया की सबसे ऊंची प्रतिमा सरदार पटेल की स्टैच्यू ऑफ यूनिटी का गौरव है। देयर इज सो मच that we share, shared values and ideals, shared spirit of enterprise and innovation, shared opportunities and challenges, shared hopes and aspirations. मुझे खुशी है कि प्रेसिडेंट ट्रंप की लीडरशिप में भारत और अमेरिका की फ्रेंडशिप और अधिक गहरी हुई है और इसलिए प्रेसिडेंट ट्रंप की ये यात्रा भारत और अमेरिका के संबंधों का नया अध्याय है। एक ऐसा अध्याय जो अमेरिका और भारत के लोगों को प्रोग्रेस एंड प्रॉस्पेरिटी का नया दस्तावेज बनेगा। फ्रेंड्स, प्रेसिडेंट ट्रंप बहुत बड़ा सोचते हैं और अमेरिकन ड्रीम को साकार करने के लिए उन्होंने जो कुछ किया है दुनिया उसे भली भांति परिचित है। आज हम पूरे ट्रंप परिवार का विशेष अभिनंदन करते हैं। फर्स्ट लेडी मेलानिया ट्रंप, आपका यहां होना हमारे लिए बहुत बड़े सम्मान की बात है। हेल्दी और हैप्पी अमेरिका के लिए आपने जो किया है उसके अच्छे परिणाम मिल रहे हैं। समाज में बच्चों के लिए आप जो कर रही हैं वो प्रशंसनीय है। आप कहती हैं बी बेस्ट। आपने अनुभव किया होगा कि आज के स्वागत समारोह में भी लोगों की यही भावना प्रकट होती है। इवांका 2 वर्ष पहले आप भारत आई थी, तब आपने कहा था कि मैं दोबारा भारत आना चाहूंगी। मुझे खुशी है कि आज आप फिर से हमारे बीच में हैं। आपका स्वागत है। जैरेड, आपकी विशेषता है कि आप लाइमलाइट से दूर रहते हैं, लेकिन आप जो काम करते हैं उसका प्रभाव बहुत होता है उसके दुर्गामी परिणाम निकलते हैं। जब भी आपसे मिलने का मौका मिला तो आपने अपने भारतीय दोस्तों की भरपूर चर्चा भी करते रहते हैं। आपसे मिलकर, आज आपको यहां देखकर मुझे बहुत खुशी हो रही है। साथियों, आज इस मंच से हर भारतीय और अमेरिकी के साथ ही पूरी दुनिया प्रेसिडेंट ट्रंप को सुनना चाहती है। उनके संबोधन के बाद मैं उन्हें धन्यवाद देते हुए आपसे और भी कुछ बातें जरूर करूंगा। मैं 130 करोड़ भारतीयों की तरफ से प्रेसिडेंट ट्रंप को निमंत्रित करता हूं। फ्रेंड्स, आई प्रेजेंट टू यू माय फ्रेंड, इंडिया's friend, the President of the United States of America, Mr. Donald Trump। हम सब खड़े होकर के नमस्ते ट्रंप, नमस्ते ट्रंप।
Namaste. Namaste. And hello to India. This is such a great honor. Let me begin by expressing my profound gratitude to an exceptional leader, a great champion of India, a man who works night and day for his country, and a man I am proud to call my true friend, Prime Minister Modi. The First Lady and I have just traveled 8,000 miles around the globe to deliver a message to every citizen across this nation. America loves India, America respects India, and America will always be faithful and loyal friends to the Indian people. 5 months ago, the United States welcomed your great Prime Minister at a giant football stadium in Texas, and today India welcomes us at the world's largest cricket stadium right here in Ahmedabad. It is a profound honor to be the beautiful new stadium, to be here with you. Motera Stadium, so beautiful, and joined by so many distinguished guests from all across your nation and all across the world. To the hundreds of thousands of everyday citizens who come out and line the streets in a stunning display of Indian culture and kindness, and to the 125,000 people in this great stadium today, thank you for the spectacular welcome to your magnificent country. You have done a great honor to the American people. Melania, my family, we will always remember this remarkable hospitality. We will remember it forever. From this day on, India will always hold a very special place in our hearts. The life of Prime Minister Modi underscores the limitless promise of this great nation. He started out by his father's side as a chiwala, a tea seller. When he was a young man, he worked at a cafeteria in this city. Stand up. Everybody loves him, but I will tell you this, he's very tough. Today, Prime Minister Modi is the tremendously successful leader of this vast Indian republic. Last year, more than 600 million people went to the polls and gave him a landslide victory like no other in the largest democratic election ever held anywhere on the face of the earth. Prime Minister Modi, you are not just the pride of Gujarat. You are living proof that with hard work and devotion, Indians can accomplish anything, anything at all, anything they want. The Prime Minister has a moving story of an incredible rise, and so does this entire nation. Your nation is doing so well. We are very, very proud of India. The story of the Indian nation is a tale of astounding progress, a miracle of democracy, extraordinary diversity, and above all, a strong and noble people. India gives hope to all of humanity. In just 70 years, India has become an economic giant, the largest democracy ever to exist, and one of the most amazing nations anywhere in the world. Since the turn of the century, India's economy has grown more than 6 times in size. In a single decade, India has lifted over 270 million people out of poverty. Under Prime Minister Modi, for the first time in history, every village in India now has access to electricity. 320 million people, more Indians, are right now connected to the internet. The pace of highway construction has more than doubled. Over 70 million more households, think of this, 70 million more households have access to cooking fuel. 600 million more people have access to basic sanitation. And incredibly, 12 Indian citizens are lifted out of extreme poverty every single minute of every single day. India will soon be the home of the biggest middle class anywhere in the world, and within less than 10 years, extreme poverty in your country is projected to completely disappear. The potential for India is absolutely incredible. India's rise as a prosperous and independent nation is an example to every nation all over the world, and one of the most outstanding achievements of our century. It is all the more inspiring because you have done it as a democratic country. You have done it as a peaceful country. You have done it as a tolerant country. And you have done it as a great free country. There is all the difference in the world between a nation that seeks power through coercion, intimidation, and aggression, and a nation that rises by setting its people free and unleashing them to chase their dreams, and that is India. This is why India's accomplishment over the last 70 years is completely unrivaled no matter where you go. It is your faith in the strength of a free society, your confidence in your own people, your trust in your own citizens, and your respect for the dignity of every person that makes the United States and India such a natural, beautiful, enduring friendship. While our nations have many differences, they are both defined and propelled by a fundamental truth, the truth that all of us are blessed with divine light and every person is endowed with a sacred soul. As the great religious teacher Swami Vivekananda once said, the moment I stand in reverence before every human being and see God in him, that moment I am free. In America and in India, we know that we are all born for a higher purpose, to reach toward our fullest potential, to work toward excellence and perfection, and to give all glory to God. Powered by this spirit, Indians and Americans are always striving to be greater. Our people are always seeking to be better. And so our nations have become thriving centers of culture and commerce and civilization, giving light and vitality to all of the world. This is the country that produces nearly 2,000 movies a year from the hub of genius and creativity known as Bollywood. All over the planet, people take great joy in scenes of Bhangra, music, dance, romance, and drama, and classic Indian films like DDLJ and Showjay. This is the country where your people cheer on some of the world's greatest cricket players, from Sachin Tendulkar to Virat Kohli, the greatest in the world. This is the country that built the tallest statue on the face of the earth to honor the namesake of this stadium, the great Indian patriot and native of this state, Sardar Patel. India is the country where hundreds of millions of light candles to celebrate the triumph of good over evil at Diwali. And it's where, just days from now, Indians of all faiths will pour out onto the streets to celebrate the beautiful festival of Holi. India is a country that proudly embraces freedom, liberty, individual rights, the rule of law, and the dignity of every human being. Your nation has always been admired around the earth as the place where millions upon millions of Hindus and Muslims and Sikhs and Jains, Buddhists, Christians, and Jews worship side by side in harmony. Where you speak more than 100 languages and come from more than 24 states, yet you have always stood strong as one great Indian nation. Your unity is an inspiration to the world. In America, we have come to know the splendor of Indian culture personally through the 4 million Indian Americans living in the United States as our wonderful friends, colleagues, and neighbors. They are truly spectacular people. Indian Americans enrich every aspect of our national life. They are titans of business, the biggest, the best, pioneers of science, masters of the art, and innovation of technology like few people have been able to see, no matter where you go, anywhere in this universe. Nearly 1 in 4 Indian Americans trace their roots right here in Gujarat. Gujarat is a special place. So on behalf of the entire American people, thank you, and thank you all for the contributions your culture and traditions have made to my beloved country. Americans are eager to strengthen these beautiful ties between our two people. This is truly an exciting time in the United States. Our economy is booming like never before. Our people are prospering and spirits are soaring. There is tremendous love, tremendous we like and we love everybody. Unemployment has hit historic lows, and small business confidence has hit an all-time record high in the history of our country. Our military has been completely rebuilt. It is now stronger than ever before, and we are quickly revitalizing our alliances and friendships all around the world. We have spent $2.5 trillion on rebuilding our military. It's the most powerful military anywhere in the world by far. That is why I have come here to India in the spirit of fondness and goodwill to expand our cherished partnership of incredible power and potential. The First Lady and I have just had a pleasure of visiting Mahatma Gandhi's ashram a few miles from here, where he launched the famous Salt March. And tomorrow in Delhi, we will lay a wreath, plant a tree at Rajghat in honor of this leader who is revered all around the world. And the First Lady and I look forward to visiting one of your country's most iconic landmarks. We are later today going to see the majestic Taj Mahal. The Prime Minister and I will also continue our important discussions about how to deepen the relationship between our two great countries. Both of us understand that when leaders put the interests of their own citizens first, we can forge strong and fair partnerships to build a safer and more prosperous world. Just months ago, this critical partnership took a major step forward when the U.S. military and your brave Indian Armed Forces conducted the first ever air, land, and sea military exercises between our two countries. It was something to behold. We called it Tiger Triumph. As we continue to build our defense cooperation, the United States looks forward to providing India with some of the best and most feared military equipment on the planet. We make the greatest weapons ever made: airplanes, missiles, rockets, ships. We make the best, and we're dealing now with India. But this includes advanced air defense systems and armed and unarmed aerial vehicles. And I am pleased to announce that tomorrow our representatives will sign deals to sell over $3 billion in the absolute finest state-of-the-art military helicopters and other equipment to the Indian Armed Forces. I believe that the United States should be India's premier defense partner, and that's the way it's working out. Together, we will defend our sovereignty, security, and protect a free and open Indo-Pacific region for our children and for many, many generations to come. The United States and India are also firmly united in our ironclad resolve to defend our citizens from the threat of radical Islamic terrorism. Both of our countries have been hurt by the pain and turmoil of terrorism and that terrorism brings. Under my administration, we unleashed the full power of the American military on bloodthirsty killers of ISIS in Iraq and in Syria. Today, the ISIS territorial caliphate has been 100% destroyed, and the monster known as al-Baghdadi, the founder and leader of ISIS, is dead. In the United States, we have also made clear that while our country will always welcome newcomers who share our values and love our people, our borders will always be closed to terrorists and terrorism and to any form of extremism. That is why we have taken historic steps to improve screening and vetting of applications for entry, and we are working to ensure that anyone who threatens the security of our citizens is denied admission and will pay a very, very big, costly price. Every nation has the right to secure and controlled borders. The United States and India are committed to working together to stop terrorists and to fight their ideology. For this reason, since taking office, my administration is working in a very positive way with Pakistan to crack down on the terrorist organizations and militants that operate on the Pakistani border. Our relationship with Pakistan is a very good one. Thanks to these efforts, we are beginning to see signs of big progress with Pakistan, and we are hopeful for reduced tensions, greater stability, and the future of harmony for all of the nations of South Asia. India has an important leadership role to play in shaping a better future as you take on greater responsibility for solving problems and promoting peace throughout this incredible region. Over the course of my visit, Prime Minister Modi and I will also discuss our efforts to expand the economic ties between our two countries. We will be making very, very major, among the biggest ever made, trade deals. We are in the early stages of discussion for an incredible trade agreement to reduce barriers of investment between the United States and India. And I am optimistic that working together, the Prime Minister and I can reach a fantastic deal that's good and even great for both of our countries. Except that he's a very tough negotiator. Since my inauguration, commerce between our two nations has increased by more than 40%. India is now a major market for American exports, and the United States is India's largest export market. A booming America is a great thing for India, and it's great for the world, and that's why we're so happy to announce that we have had the greatest economy ever in the history of the United States. In America, we have proven that the best way to attract jobs and opportunity is to reduce burdens on business, knock down barriers to new investment, and eliminate unnecessary bureaucracy, red tape, regulation, and taxes. Prime Minister Modi has already made significant reforms here in your country, as you very well know. The world looks forward to even more rapid improvement to India's business climate under his leadership. He wants to do it, and he's doing it at a record pace. 2 years ago, Prime Minister Modi warmly welcomed my daughter Ivanka to the Global Entrepreneurship Summit in Hyderabad, and she is back with us today. Ivanka, thank you. Thank you for being here. We are delighted to be joined as well by dozens of Indian women entrepreneurs who are helping to build your nation's future. They are great and natural entrepreneurs, and I just say to the men, be very careful. They're really good. The United States and India are also working closely together on the future of space exploration. You are making impressive strides with your exciting Chandrayaan lunar program. It is moving along rapidly, far ahead of schedule, and America looks forward to expanding our space cooperation with India. As you push even further, you are pushing the limits, and that's a great thing, including in the realm of human spaceflight. The United States and India will be friends and partners on our voyage into the stars and into space. It is truly extraordinary what this nation has achieved in the span of just one lifetime, and what they have done under the leadership of Prime Minister Modi. It is absolutely incredible. Mr. Prime Minister, congratulations. You have come so far, but it is nothing compared to with how far India will go into the future. And the Prime Minister is laying the foundations for a future like few other countries can even think of. This nation is blessed with many treasures, from the sacred banks of the Ganges to the Golden Temple and the Jama Masjid. It is the home to some of the most cherished cultural heritage anywhere on earth. It is also the land of stunning vistas and astounding natural wonders, from the rugged peaks of the Himalayas to the splendid shores of Goa. And India has always been a wellspring of deep wisdom and great ideas, from the Vestas and the ancient epics all the way to the modern India nation. But standing before all of you today, I know that true strength of India is not found in its textbooks, its landmarks, or its landscapes. The true strength of India is found in 125,000 beating hearts in this stadium, and the millions and millions of people who have seen and witnessed our great friendship and admiration today. It is all found in the soul and the spirit of the Indian people. Your courage won and secured this nation's independence. Your devotion built this great and enduring democracy. And it is your dreams that will power this country to a future, even greater progress, prosperity, equality, and opportunity for every citizen across your land. So today I say to every Indian, North and South, Hindu and Muslim, Jewish and Christian, rich and poor, young and old, take pride in the glories of your past. Unite for an even brighter future, and let our two nations always stand together as powerful defenders of peace and liberty and the hope of a better world for all of humanity. Thank you again, Prime Minister Modi, for your hospitality, and thank you, India, for this phenomenal welcome. I want to just leave by saying, God bless India, God bless the United States of America. We love you, India, very much. Thank you. Thank you.
थैंक यू मिस्टर प्रेसिडेंट। आपने अभी जो भारत के बारे में कहा, महात्मा गांधी, स्वामी विवेकानंद और सरदार पटेल को श्रद्धापूर्वक याद किया। भारत के लोगों के सामर्थ्य, उपलब्धियां और संस्कृति के बारे में कहा। मेरे बारे में भी बहुत कुछ कहा। मैं इसके लिए प्रत्येक भारतवासी की तरफ से आपका बहुत बहुत आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। प्रेसिडेंट ट्रंप ने न सिर्फ भारत का गौरव बढ़ाया है, बल्कि अमेरिका में रहने वाले भारतीयों को भी सम्मान दिया है। मिस्टर प्रेसिडेंट, जहां से आपने भारतीयों को संबोधित किया है, वो दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा स्टेडियम है। खेल संबंधित कुछ सुविधाएं यहां अभी अंडर कंस्ट्रक्शन है, फिर भी आपका यहां आना खेल जगत से जुड़े हर व्यक्ति को भी उत्साहित करेगा। मैं गुजरात क्रिकेट एसोसिएशन का भी धन्यवाद करता हूं। उन्होंने ये शानदार वेन्यू इस कार्यक्रम के लिए उपलब्ध कराया। हो सकता है इससे उनके कंप्लीशन टाइम टेबल में कुछ परिवर्तन आया हो, लेकिन मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि वो इसे मेकअप कर लेंगे। साथियों, दो व्यक्ति हो या दो देशों के संबंध, उसका सबसे बड़ा आधार होता है विश्वास, एक दूसरे पर ट्रस्ट। हमारे यहां कहा भी गया है, तन्मित्रम यत्र विश्वासः, यानी फ्रेंडशिप इज वेयर ट्रस्ट इज अनशेकेबल। पिछले कुछ वर्षों में भारत और अमेरिका के बीच विश्वास जिस नई ऊंचाई पर पहुंचा है, जितना मजबूत हुआ है, वह ऐतिहासिक है। अमेरिका की अपनी यात्राओं में मैंने इस विश्वास को दिनों दिन मजबूत होते देखा है। मुझे याद है जब मैं वॉशिंगटन में प्रेसिडेंट ट्रंप से पहली बार मिला था, तो उन्होंने मुझे कहा था, इंडिया हैज ए ट्रू फ्रेंड इन द व्हाइट हाउस। प्रेसिडेंट ट्रंप ने भारत के प्रति अपने इस विशेष प्यार को हमेशा प्रदर्शित किया है। जैसा आपने जिक्र किया, जब व्हाइट हाउस में दिवाली मनाई जाती है तो अमेरिका में रहने वाले 40 लाख भारतीय भी अमेरिका की समृद्धि और प्रगति के सहयात्री होने पर गर्व महसूस करते हैं। साथियों, अमेरिका की तरह ही आज भारत में भी परिवर्तन के लिए अभूतपूर्व अधीरता है। आज 130 करोड़ भारतवासी मिलकर न्यू इंडिया का निर्माण कर रहे हैं। हमारी युवा शक्ति एस्पिरेशन से भरी पड़ी हुई है। बड़े लक्ष्य रखना, उन्हें प्राप्त करना आज न्यू इंडिया की पहचान बन रहा है। आज भारत में दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा स्टेडियम ही नहीं है, आज भारत दुनिया की सबसे बड़ी हेल्थ एश्योरेंस स्कीम भी चला रहा है। आज भारत में दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा सोलर पार्क ही नहीं बनता, लेकिन आज भारत में दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा सैनिटेशन प्रोग्राम भी चल रहा है। आज भारत एक साथ सबसे ज्यादा सैटेलाइट भेजने का वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड ही नहीं बनाता रहा, आज भारत सबसे तेज फाइनेंशियल इंक्लूजन करके भी वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड बना रहा है। 21वीं सदी में हमारा इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर हो या फिर सोशल सेक्टर, हम ग्लोबल बेंचमार्क को लेकर आगे बढ़ रहे हैं। बीते कुछ समय में भारत ने न सिर्फ 1500 पुराने कानून खत्म किए हैं, बल्कि समाज को सशक्त करने के लिए नए कानून भी बनाए हैं। ट्रांसजेंडर पर्सन्स के लिए अधिकार हो, 3 तलाक के खिलाफ कानून बनाकर मुस्लिम महिलाओं का सम्मान हो, दिव्यांग जनों को प्राथमिकता देना हो, महिलाओं को प्रेगनेंसी के दौरान 26 हफ्ते की पेड मैटरनिटी लीव का प्रावधान हो, ऐसे कई अधिकार हमने समाज में अलग अलग वर्गों के लिए सुनिश्चित किए हैं। साथियों, मुझे इस बात की खुशी है कि भारत में हो रहे इन परिवर्तनों के बीच आज अमेरिका भारत का एक भरोसेमंद पार्टनर बना है। आज जो देश भारत का लार्जेस्ट ट्रेडिंग पार्टनर है, तो वो देश है अमेरिका। आज भारत की सेनाएं जिस देश के साथ सबसे ज्यादा युद्ध अभ्यास कर रही है, तो वो देश है अमेरिका। आज जिस देश के साथ भारत की सबसे व्यापक रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट पार्टनरशिप है, तो वो देश है अमेरिका। आज चाहे डिफेंस हो, एनर्जी सेक्टर हो, हेल्थ हो, इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी हो, हर क्षेत्र में हमारी रिलेशनशिप का दायरा निरंतर बढ़ रहा है। साथियों, 21वीं सदी के इस दशक में न्यू इंडिया रिसर्जेंट अमेरिका के लिए भी अनेक नई संभावनाएं, अनेक नए अवसर लेकर के आया है। विकास के हर क्षेत्र में दोनों ही देशों के पास पाने के लिए बहुत कुछ है। भारत में मैन्युफैक्चरिंग बढ़ाना, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर का विस्तार होना अमेरिका के लिए नई संभावनाएं लेकर आएगा। इंडस्ट्री 4.0 के इस दौर में भारत में डिजिटल इकोनॉमी का विस्तार अमेरिका के लिए भी निवेश के अनेक मौके बनाएगा। मिस्टर प्रेसिडेंट, बीते दशकों में डिजिटल इकोनॉमी में भारत और अमेरिका के संबंधों को शेप करने में बहुत महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका निभाई है। भारतीय टैलेंट और अमेरिकी टेक्नोलॉजी ने इस क्षेत्र को नई लीडरशिप दी है और मैं मानता हूं 21वीं सदी में भारत और अमेरिका मिलकर इस डिजिटल युग का इंडस्ट्री 4.0 का नेतृत्व करने के लिए समर्थ है। साथियों, 21वीं सदी में नए अलाइनमेंट, नए कंपटीशन, नए चैलेंजेस और नई अपॉर्चुनिटीज बदलाव की नींव रख रहे हैं। ऐसे में भारत और अमेरिका के संबंध और सहयोग की 21वीं सदी के विश्व की दिशा तय करने में महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका होगी। मेरा स्पष्ट मत है कि भारत और अमेरिका नेचुरल पार्टनर है। हम सिर्फ इंडो पैसिफिक रीजन में ही नहीं बल्कि पूरी दुनिया की पीस, प्रोग्रेस और सिक्योरिटी में एक प्रभावी योगदान दे सकते हैं। आतंकवाद को हराने में अमेरिका के कमिटमेंट और प्रेसिडेंट ट्रंप की लीडरशिप मानवता की सेवा की है और इसलिए मैं मानता हूं कि प्रेसिडेंट ट्रंप जैसे विलक्षण नेता और भारत के अनन्य मित्र का इस देश का इस दशक की शुरुआत में ही भारत आना एक बहुत बड़ा अवसर है। बीते समय में भारत अमेरिकी संबंधों को सशक्त करने की जो शुरुआत हमने की है, अब उनकी इस विजिट से उसका अगला फेज शुरू हो रहा है। हम एक लॉन्ग टर्म विजन से इंस्पायर्ड है, सिर्फ शॉर्ट टर्म कंसिडरेशन से नहीं। हमारे बायलैटरल रिलेशंस ग्रो करेंगे, हमारी इकोनॉमिक पार्टनरशिप का विस्तार होगा, हमारा डिजिटल कोऑपरेशन बढ़ेगा और मुझे विश्वास है कि हम नई ऊंचाइयों को पार करते हुए भारत जिन सपनों को लेकर के चला है, अमेरिका जिन सपनों को लेकर के चला है, हम मिलकर के उन सपनों को पूरा करेंगे। आज मेरा सौभाग्य है कि राष्ट्रपति ट्रंप और उनके पूरी परिवार का मुझे स्वागत सम्मान करने का अवसर मिला है। मैं फिर एक बार नमस्ते ट्रंप का इस नाद को गूंजते हुए आप सबसे आग्रह करूंगा, भारत माता की, भारत माता की, भारत माता की। इंडिया यूएस फ्रेंडशिप, लॉन्ग लिव इंडिया यूएस फ्रेंडशिप, इंडिया यूएस फ्रेंडशिप। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
We now conclude this historic event where the heads of two vibrant democracies reaffirmed the bonds of friendship, mutual trust between their nations. We request everyone to remain seated till the dignitaries depart from this venue. Now you come.
Long live India-US friendship reverberates the new Motera Stadium. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, on behalf of 1.3 billion people, welcomed President Donald Trump and said that he is very happy that the family is here. Thanked the First Lady Melania Trump. Also mentioned about Jared Kushner, son-in-law of the President Trump and senior advisor to Trump administration, that you usually stay away from the limelight, but your work gives productive outcomes. Thanking Ivanka and the entire family atmosphere that was created. He did mention that Indo-US partnership is just no longer other partnership, but a far closer relationship. Namaste is an emotion that not only greets the individual, but also the divinity within the individual. President Trump reciprocated the gesture and said, America loves India, America respects India, and will always be a loyal and faithful friend to the Indian people.
In fact, when he, towards the conclusion of his speech, said, America loves you, I love you, India, a loud cheer went up through the crowds and people responded.